Okay, so today we're going to look at a way that you can unlock your Google TV running Android 12 or your Watch ONN 4K Pro box. This will enable you to unlock the device to open it up to many more apps. Stick around, all the details coming up shortly. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. So this video is going to show you how you can unlock your Google TV device such as a Watch ONN 4K Pro running Android version 12. Now if you wanted to check first of all to see what version of Android you're running, then just simply go across to the cog in the top right hand corner, middle button on the remote control, then go down to System, across down to About and then middle button, and then just go down and you should see there the Android TV OS version. As you can see, mine shows it's running 12. Now, compared to the Fire TV Stick and Fire TV Cube, to unlock the device is super easy. You haven't got to reveal any developer options or allow apps from unknown sources. All you simply do is you just download an app which allows you to download. So I'm just going to go across to the magnifying glass there and I'm going to just search for downloader. So I'm going to press the mic button on the remote control, hold it down and say downloader.
Results for downloader.
You can also use the magic Google word and speak it if you've got that set up on your device. But okay, so I can see downloader is showing there, it's highlighted. So middle button on the remote control and then middle button again to install. Just wait for it to download and install. Hopefully shouldn't take too long. As you can see, mine says that it's installing now and it also says it's been verified by Play Protect, so it's safe. Okay, once it's installed, go to open, so middle button, and then once we go into it, we've got this quick start guide. Have a read through this, middle button, and then what we're going to do is we're going to press the up part of the ring on the remote control, then middle button, and then we want to go down to the numbers in the bottom left hand corner of the keyboard, middle button, and go 21203. That's 21203, and then go across to the enter button in the bottom right hand corner of the keyboard, middle button, and that should take you to my website. Now if you see a cookie notice come up, then just choose your cookie options or just go to accept if you're happy. And then after 5 seconds, you should go directly to my website. Once you're there, then what you need to do is you just need to scroll down. If you do get this cookie consent notice come up, then again, you can manage your options or consent. Then you should be able to scroll down. Then you want to find something to download. There's some good stores at the top of the page, but I'm just going to show you how to download, say, VirusTotal Mobile in this example. So put your circle over the icon for what you want to download, middle button on the remote control. If an advert comes up, just close it. So go over close and then it should start to download. This shouldn't take too long. It really does depend on the size of the app and the speed of your internet connection. Now, if this is the first time that you've installed downloader and tried to download anything, it will say for your security, your phone currently isn't allowed to install unknown apps from this source. Where it says phone, it means your Android TV device. It's just that the system that the Android TV devices uses are also installed on phones, and sometimes it might refer to the device as a phone. It says you can change this in settings. So make sure that settings is highlighted in white, middle button, and then what you want to do is you want to find the app that you're installing from. So I'm trying to install from downloader. At the moment it says downloader not allowed and the switch on the right is switched off. So make sure that downloader is highlighted, middle button on the remote control, that switches it on and then it gives you the option to install the app. So make sure that install is highlighted, middle button on the remote control, let it install. Hopefully shouldn't take too long. Again, depends on the size of the app. There you go. Mine's now installed. Now we don't want to open it. We just want to go across to done. So click on the right hand side of the remote, middle button, and then press the back button on the remote just once, and then we can delete this. This file is going to be taking up space, and if we really want it again, we can just re-download it. So press the right hand part of the circle on the ring and the remote control once to highlight delete, middle button, and then the left hand side of the circle on the remote once to highlight the second delete, then middle button. And that there has now gone, but it has installed the app. So I'm just going to press the home button on the remote control, and let's just go down to your apps, and that particular app isn't actually there. But so what happens if this is the case? Now, it could be that the app just isn't fully compliant with Android devices and therefore isn't going to show you an app icon. Now, if it isn't shown in there, then if we go across to the settings cog right at the very top of the screen, middle button on the remote, go down to apps, middle button, and then go to see all apps, middle button, and let's see if we can find it in there. There we go. We've found it in there. So we go across to open, middle button, it now opens that app. Now that is an exceptional app. Normally the apps do appear on the main screen under your apps, but because it's not fully compliant with Android TV, there is no icon for it, unfortunately, on the screen there. But as I say, you can get to it by going to the settings icon, middle button, go down to apps, make sure you can go to see all apps, middle button, and you will see it down there and be able to open it from there just by going to open. So another way we can unlock our Google TV is if we go back to the home screen and then go across to apps and then go down to search for apps and games, or we can use our microphone button on a remote or say the magic word and say this, TV Bro, and this should take us to this here, which gives us a web browser. So middle button on the remote control to install, and then once it's installed you should see open and uninstall. Just go to open, middle button on the remote control, then here where at the top it's got input query text or URL, just type in there cwtek.co.uk, and then you want a symbol. So let's go to 123 in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. You want a /, which is just over there, then back to the letters, so go down to the ABC in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, and then you want D, so cwtek.co.uk /D, then go to the magnifying glass in the bottom right hand corner of the keyboard, middle button. There you should see my website. Scroll down where again you will see some great stores at the top of the page, but I'm going to show you on this one, let's just try installing remote ADB shell. So put your little circle over the icon for whatever app you're installing, middle button, that will then say download started, and it will say file will be stored at, but it won't tell you where. So once you see this, go down to the, or go across to the downward arrow just as it's shown on my screen there, middle button, and there you go, there's remote ADB shell. Now if we want to install it, highlight it, middle button on the remote control, and again we get this warning box come up. Because I've never installed anything from TV Bro before, it wants us to switch it on. So again it says, for your security, your phone currently isn't allowed to install unknown apps from this source. You can change this in settings, so make sure settings is highlighted, middle button, and then go down to TV Bro, turn that on, and then it gives you the option to install it. So go across to the left to highlight install, middle button, and let it install. Once it's installed, go across to the right to done, middle button, and then go back once. And then what we want to do is we want to remove this, because we don't need to keep it. So press and hold the middle button on the remote control and go down to delete, middle button, and that should be deleted now. If we need it, we can re-download it again. So press the back button and just keep pressing the back button until we go back to the main screen. If that doesn't work, then just press the home button on the remote control and press it again until we go back to the home screen. And if again we can't see that app shown in your apps, it's probably because it's not fully compliant. All we do is we just go up to the settings cog, middle button, and then go down to apps, and then go to see all apps, and we should see there, if we go down, there you go, remote ADB shell, and then we can go to open. I do apologise. Many of the apps will actually bring you up an icon under your apps, but it just seems to be that the two apps I've chosen today in this example just don't seem to want to put an icon in there. So a third way that you can download is if you look for an app called Send Files to TV. Now, you do need to make sure that you've got an Android device, a separate Android device to use this. So this is where you can send files from your phone to your TV. So you can download something on to your phone using a web browser or the downloader app and then send it across to the device. And to do that, you just, again, go to either apps up the top there, and then down into the search for apps and games, or say the magic word to make Google listen to you, and then say send files to TV, or press and hold the microphone button on your remote and say send files to TV.
Send files to TV.
And then again, just go to install, let it download, let it install, and then when you go to send a file from your phone, say to the TV, you do need to make sure that both your phone and the TV are on the same Wi-Fi network to be able to use this. But the first time you go to send a file, it will probably ask you if you want to allow this app permissions, or it might do it here. Let's just say allow. So, okay, so it says manage all files on Android 11 and higher. Apps are restricted to access only audio, video and picture files. This application needs your permission to access and manage all files. No file will be deleted or modified without your consent. Unfortunately, your device does not allow you to grant this permission directly. You have to follow these steps to grant the permission. Select allow to go into the settings panel of this application. Select permissions, select storage, select allow all files or always allow. It might be different depending on your device. So let's just follow those instructions. Let's go down to allow, middle button, go down to permissions, middle button, go to files and media, middle button, and then allow management of all files. Select that, middle button, and then select allow again. And then just press the back button until we get back to this screen here, and there we go, it's ready. But as I say, if we try sending a file from our phone or our tablet directly to this, it might, when it tries to install it, it is going to probably ask us to allow permission to install that app. So I'm just going to try sending a file across from my phone. So I've opened up the send files to TV on my phone. I've selected send, and I'm about to select the Open VPN Connect app. So I'm going to select receive at this end, and let's just select the Open VPN Connect on my phone. Select where I want to send it to, my ONN streaming device 4K Pro. Tap that, and as you can see there, it sent it across. Let's try and install it. So I'm just going to select the file, middle button, and there you go, I'm going to select open. And again, it says security. For your security, Android does not allow your phone / smart TV to install unknown apps from any application except Google Play Store by default. You should allow unknown source app from your system settings. So I'm going to go to show settings there. So middle button, this will give us the list, and then we just got to turn on send files to TV to allow it to install. Press the back button on the remote control once, and let's just try installing it again. So I've highlighted it, middle button, go to open, and then it says, do you want to install this app? So go across to install, middle button, and let's let it install. Okay, so now it's installed. I'm going to go across to the right to done, middle button, and we're back to here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the back button once. I'm then going to go up to the compass in the top right hand corner of the screen, middle button. I'm going to find the file I just downloaded, this one here, to the device from my phone, highlight it, press the middle button, and then go down to delete, middle button, and then middle button again to delete it. And there we are, that's now been deleted from the device, freeing up space. But the app is still on there, so don't worry. Let's just go back to the main screen, and let's just see if I go down to apps and along to your apps, and along there. Again, this one hasn't appeared in your apps. Let's just do the good old faithful go across to the top, go to the settings cog, middle button, and then go down to apps, middle button, and then go down to see all apps, middle button, and then we should see it in the list just there. There you go, Open VPN Connect. And I can go across, go to open, and that will then open the app. Okay, so none of the apps that I've installed on here today have had icons in the Your Apps section, but just to prove that it does work, and it is just certain apps, if I go into Downloader, I'm going to try another app. Let's just go down and let's find, there you go, mouse toggle for Android TV. So just put my red circle over that, highlight that, middle button, and I'm going to let that download, and then I'm going to go across to install, middle button, let it install, and once it's installed, go to done, and then I'm going to delete it just by pressing the 2 deletes. And let's go back to the home screen, and there you go. As you can see, that actual app has got an icon on the front screen there that appears under your apps. So there you go. I hope you like this video, and if it helped you out, please consider hitting that thanks button and making a donation to this channel, or have a look in the description down below. There's my Amazon shop down there. There's also links for VPNs, Fire TV sticks, Fire TV cubes, and Firestick accessories. Buying, subscribing and donating really does help support this channel. It helps me to be able to spend more time researching to bring you these great videos. And whilst you're at my YouTube channel, why not stick around? I've got thousands of other videos for you right here, right now, covering all sorts of subjects. And whilst you're here, if you see something that you think your friends, your family or your work colleagues might like to see, then please don't forget to share these videos on your social media timelines. If you want to check me out on X, I'm at CWTEK, or have a look at my website. It's cwtek.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and speak to you again soon.